I can't start this video. Help me. I'm just not gonna. I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna start talking because this is ridiculous. You know, this is like the 10th take now, and every single time I try to come up with some stupid scripted thing, and it's meta as well because for the past like 10 takes I've just been trying to come up with a way for me to stop that. I was coming up with an intro and then using it and then saying that I came up with an intro and tried to use it and still failed and still failed. And so I'm not gonna bother. Why do I bother? This is a talk. Let's just get started. Another dumb week has gone by. Nothing interesting, just work and stuff and some things. Things happen, you know. Time, the flow of time has preceded us, and yeah, I've done some things throughout the week that I'll update you on about, but not me this time. So expect me to go just to world building halfway. This is just I wasn't even planning to draw this video because I was going to just literally world build the whole episode. But I realized I didn't want to sit there staring at a stupid Word document for like a whole half an hour before I got to actually world building. So I'm just gonna get on with a bit of drawing before that happens because I know that would be awkward if I didn't. So yeah. Do I go on about work? Every single talk I go on about work. Like we get it. You go to work. It's literally it's just nothing. It's hardly a topic. Why do I even talk about it? So you know, I'm just gonna talk about some actual things that happen, you know. But like, how do I order this stuff? Like, do I talk chronologically, or do I talk about the most important thing that happened to what sort of is left on my mind, or what happened most recently to the furthest thing? I don't know. I don't know how this goes. You know, I'll start talking about the first thing that is easy to talk about, I guess. I think on Wednesday night I went out with my friends to eat again. I don't want to I don't want to like diss it. I don't want to call it anything it wasn't, but less enjoyable than it was fine. It was fine. All right. So my friends went out for a movie. They went to watch Thor, and God, why does Thor just make me think of like something thawing in like hot water? Is that even how you thaw something? I don't know why. That's just popped into my head. But yeah. Friends went out to watch Thor. I didn't want to go because, well, I don't want to sit there for 2 hours watching something I have no investment in. I'm just not a movie person. Like I always say, even if it gives me a chance to go. I did watch King Kong vs Godzilla though with my friends, and that's honestly, can I put that anything? Can I put that down to more than anything but Godzilla is half dragon like? Is that really the reason I went with my friends? Just so I don't know. Like I guess I don't know what I was thinking then. Did I talk about it? I'm thinking I must have, but I don't know if it was before the switch in my content. Oh, I just realized I forgot to switch my tip. Yeah, my tips should be coming soon. Yeah, my silicon tip broke again. The days of having my silicon tips last like 3 months are over, and now I'm going through them like every week. I don't know. That's a statement of how much of how productive of an artist I've been. Funny joke. All right, we'll go for a green one. Reminds me of green tea. Very nice, very nice. I'll talk about green tea later. I might not. I don't know if that's a topic that's going to get brought up. But no. I never go watch movies unless it's something that I guess I don't know. I guess it's just Marvel put me off. I don't know. Is Thor Marvel? You know, Thor's Marvel, obviously. But I guess just Marvel movies then. I couldn't really specify what was putting me off. I guess just Marvel movies, not really that interested. So I didn't go for the movie, but they expressed that after the movie they were going to go eat, and so I thought eating's fun. I'll go eat, and so that's what I did. I went over like after the movie, and because one of my friends had a sort of busy schedule, they had to reschedule it to really late. Well, Yeah, they had to do that. They had to reschedule it to like the like an hour after they were planning, and go out and eat at like 9. Well, not even, like 9:30. And so that's when I showed up, even though I had work the next day, and they were on holidays, so they didn't have anything bad. But saying that, I didn't even end up like staying out that late, so it was fine. But the reason I was so hesitant on it, the reason I was going like, don't say what you don't mean, but it was just like, I don't know. It felt really like I felt extra ambient that day. I don't know. I think I was just kind of broken. Like, I went there and like I was with friends and such, but I wasn't at all like responsive. I just sat there and as the ambient person himself, just like did nothing. I just listened the whole time and ate. I felt like I could have just gone there by myself and just ate like some restaurant food and just like I don't know, called it a day. Oh yeah, I don't know if this was in this take. Just a statement to how many takes. A statement. Have I used that word already? I don't know. I don't want to make a fool of myself. I think I already have. I got a cold at some point. Pretty sure the night before last night. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Like, my blankets are like fine. They're like good. I guess I just wasn't putting them on properly. I slept wrong, and now I have a cold onsetting. It's just come up like yesterday, so expect I had a cold story next week. Just predicting the topics before the week even starts. Wow, this is just the next level of talks. We're just predicting the future. Don't even have to do next talk now. You're just gonna know that I'm gonna talk about my experience of having a cold and how awful it was to go to work for the week. There we go. That's next week's talk sorted. So I hope this goes away. I've been drinking extra water today, but not really like looking after myself at all. So I just don't know what the future holds for me. Yeah. But honestly, that's to go off topic for a sec. Like, I am honestly, like, my video of my depleting, my physical state diminishing is it's just a prophecy for my body breaking down and eventually going into disrepair. Okay, well, here's something to link back on topic. I hear my friends going to like gyms and stuff. Like, when I was eating, they were talking about going to gyms and like being like, I don't know, bodybuilding. I don't know if they're bodybuilding. It's, I guess, sort of are. And it just sounds like they're doing nice. They're doing good for their body. They're staying healthy, and I'm getting old. Like, I feel like I'm in a 40-year-old's body right now. This isn't good. Like, I have pains. I have pains daily. I breathe, and my chest feels funny. I stand up and my whole arm feels like it's paralyzed. I'm pretty sure that happens to normal people, I'm gonna be honest. But no, like, I stand up, and you know when you're like low on iron, when you have an iron deficiency and your like eyes go dark and stuff, like that happens to my arms. Not really. It just feels like their funny bone just got like completely smashed. Yeah, more like that when I stand up. I don't know if that's just, I don't know. I don't know what that is. Like, I know I'm not being healthy, but I feel like I'm experiencing like symptoms like alien to anybody. It just I don't know. My body's just really, really falling apart, and I'm kind of worried. I'm not gonna lie. I am a little concerned for my health and safety here, because how am I meant to? I mean, come on. I know I don't want to get old, but I wanna reach at least 30. You know, it's just a bit worrying. I can't stand up without my legs hurting. Ugh, one of these days I need to actually get like a schedule, and maybe even go out in the mornings to exercise. Imagine that. Imagine my bodily state just increasing and finally returning to the state it was. You know I condemned myself from talking about fecal matter since episode 98. But for years now, for ever since then, I've been wanting to express just I'm I'm developing constipation. I'm literally like my toilet breaks usually last like they used to last 2 minutes tops. Like I'd go in, go out, like and like no, those are number twos. Like the time difference between number ones and number twos. I'm getting very graphic here. It was hardly decipherable. You could barely tell that I went to the toilet for what. What I went to the toilet for would be a better way to put it, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Now I'm having to just sit there and wait. It feels terrible, and the smell. All right, okay. But honestly, it's been awful. I don't know if it's something wrong with my diet. It definitely has to do with me not going to school in the mornings and coming home. Like that as an exercise was probably the only thing stopping my body from defunctioning, and actually having a proper schedule during school was probably a good idea as well. But now it's just I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm done for, mate. You know, these talks they're gonna be very short lived. I wanted to get to episode 1,000, but I don't know. Don't know how much more of this I can go through. It's very grim, but just like I don't know. Well, I bring this up because I've never been sick for the past like 6 years. I've gotten sick like maybe once every 2 years. Okay, that's a bit much. Maybe once every year. I'll give myself the I don't know. Is that credit? Is that not not boasting too much? I don't know, but my immune system was fine. I guess it isn't like sickness. I don't think I've been sick actually. Very much. Well, obviously, not as much as my friends, but like just this year has been just I don't know what happened. My body is breaking down, and I feel bad. Please, any armchair doctors, diagnose me and tell me to go out and exercise or go vegan or something. I don't know. The only exercise I get these days, which I'm already pretty happy with, is going to work and doing like heavy lifting every once in a while. That's the only exercise, and I'm like, you know, I do that. That's that's good enough for me. So I don't know what's going on these days. I know I'm not drawing, but I didn't plan to do anything today anyway. You know, the what's it, the substitute. That's the only synonym I can think of right now. The substitute would be me staring at a page for half an hour, which is equally as useless, but, you know, at least I'm doing a little bit something here. Also, I'm going awfully off topic. I'll remember, okay? I know where I was. It's not going to be one of those things like, what was I talking about again? And never talk about the food or anything that I had at the restaurant. But, oh no, what else? What was I just about to bring up? Oh, yeah. These drawing stuff, I think I went halfway through the week and just like completely dropped it. I'm learning music. Oh, I know that's a separate topic all on its own. I'm just gonna start talking about random stuff, like I said at the start. Yeah. So halfway through the week, I just stopped drawing. I don't know why. I just didn't have any didn't have any desire to draw anything anymore, and decided to get onto, I don't know, studying music theory once again. So I'm a little out of the loop with all the art stuff at the moment, because I just didn't feel like doing it for like the majority of the week, and now I'm like, where am I? What am I doing? How do I even animate? So it's a bit disorientating, I'm not gonna lie, but I am doing music now, which I'll expand on later. You know, the food stuff, yeah. And the problem was, like, it wasn't like close friends. I had all my close friends were there, but there was a lot of mutual, well, not a lot, but just enough mutual friends that were like actually properly close with my close friends. And they'd basically like, they have a lot more to talk about than me, because, you know, I'm very secretive. I don't tell them a lot about myself. I don't even know if I'll be able to talk once I do, because I don't know. I say I hate talking about myself, but it really is the only thing I can do. I don't have anything else to say apart from like the most words I've said on that night was when we were going to check out my friend's car, and I drove there. It was quite a thrilling drive. I don't know why. I get so excited driving by myself. Like I'm all like hyped up and like jumping in my seat basically as I drive and shaking all over the place because I don't know. I think I'm just excited or something. But they went to go check out my friend's car and I was like, "Oh, do you want to come see my Corolla?" And then I just like I don't know. That wasn't even a lot of words, but probably more than I said throughout the whole of the dinner. So yeah, it's just I don't know. I can't like this has been evident for the past year, but I can't really relate to my friends that much anymore, especially when there are mutual friends around because they're sort of well they have a lot more to talk about. Then I don't know. Well, me, yeah. So there you go. It was a bit of an awkward night for me because I could have just gone there by myself and things would have probably turned out the same. I mean, I wanted to go catch up with my friends, but like, because they came back from their camp, and I wanted to go catch up with them, but I just ended up not being able to ask much because well, they were pretty much talking about it anyway, and I guess like what was I going to ask? You know, oh, how was it? What was your favorite attraction? And that like was some proper mum stuff, and I just I guess they were talking about it anyway. So yeah, whatever. I guess I did catch up a little then, I suppose, but overall, I didn't really get to speak that much, which I mean I'm fine with. It was a nice dinner, but I just feel like it's a bit awkward. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. All right, is this left or right? I don't know. I don't know how I animated this. Right, it's just I'm guessing. All right, since that's no, I can't tell. No, no. Okay, so that's right. Okay, cool. Coolers. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that was a bit it was fine. Fine is the only not disrespectful way I could put it. And I guess it is the most factual since, I mean, yeah, it was fun, but I also, yeah, it was kind of a bit rubbish for me because I don't know, I found it a bit, awkward. Just, that's it, really. So, yeah, that was cool, but let me tell you, this week has been just an absolute like insane week for me going like eating out. Like I don't know what blessing fell upon this week, but I ate out so many times this week, so many times, 3 more than usual. So basically on Tuesday after work, I for whatever reason I just thought why not go have dinner at Macca's, and my mum was there as well, and she thought why not have dinner at Macca's, and so it was just me and my mum. We just headed for Macca's after work, just ate a lovely dinner at my favorite Macca's place. It was quite a vibe, and I had my soft serve craving fixed. That was quite lovely. Um, and so we just chilled at a Macca's. Like, it sounds depressing, but the place is huge. It's literally a nice place. I love it there, and that sounds even more depressing. But it's cool, alright. You don't know it unless you were there. So that's what we did on Tuesday night. Got me and my mum a filet o fish, and I don't know. It wasn't gonna be a point, but I guess I could say that filet of fish is nice. Shut up. Yeah, there's your point for you. And yeah, we had a Macca's night that night, and just last night, just on Friday night, yesterday, my mum invited me to a buffet. It was literally all you can eat, but it wasn't like I don't know what you would call it. It was an all you can eat, but it like wasn't like self serve. It was like you like order the stuff, but like it's still all you can eat, and like people bring it up to you. So I don't really know what that is, but apparently that's a thing. And we had stuff there. It was so good, and it was like I just had way too much. As usual, at well, it wasn't even my fault. I was gonna stop my mum from ordering like tons of stuff, but she just did, and ended up having tons of stuff, which was fortunately able to be finished. I didn't want to be one of those guys leaving like a whole platter of stuff, as I did on my 17th birthday with my friend. I just left like a whole platter of dessert because I don't know, I don't even want to think about it. I was swaying from side to side as to not throw everything up just after that. Ugh, God. But yeah, we had it last night, and it was a Japanese place, and I was getting quite excited for that because I've never really had proper Japanese cuisine before, so yeah, it's such a good place. I think like it was rather cheap, and like I don't know, I just don't know how they were making their money because the food was really good, and it was just it was like super value. So I don't know what to say about it. It was a good dinner. I guess I'll say we ate. It was a lot of meat, a lot of like chicken and beef. But I liked it. It was very nice. And at the end we had ice cream, which is green tea flavored and sesame, and that was what I was on about before. But yeah, so it was just a nice ending to the day. It was probably much needed, to be honest, because yesterday was just it was a nightmare at work. Like literally nothing went my way, and I don't even know what my way was yesterday because I was so stupid. I did so many stupid stuff and made so many just like dumb mistakes that didn't quite ruin everything, but really messed with the time. Messed with the time. I just started breaking the time space continuum, but by messing up at work. No, I just wasted a ton of time for myself, and it was super annoying. And just yeah, I was really looking forward to having dinner out, but it ended up kind of rubbish as well. Like it just kept on messing up because by the time I was trying to book a reservation, because my mom made me make a reservation for it myself, like they had their reservations in sessions, and we've like missed the first session of like 2 hours, so I had to stay back at work because it would be a bit awkward to like go home and then go over there. So I had to stay at work for like an hour longer just doing stuff, as to extend the time to the next session. So it was originally like it started at like 5, and I made the reservation at like 5:45. So so I couldn't get the first one, I guess. I don't really know. Well, it ended up at like 7:30, and the next one was 7:45. I know this isn't making like this is useless information, but it's just I'm just explaining it. All right, just give me a sec, okay? So yeah, ended up having to stay at work longer. That's really all I had to say for that. just to go later, and I was just hoping to have some time at home to do stuff before I went. But like in hindsight, I guess that wasn't really gonna happen anyway because we would have gotten home, had like 10 minutes to, I don't know, do whatever, and then go to eat out, which wasn't even close to our house. So like, it's pretty rubbish, to be honest. But no, it was fine because it ended up nice. God, the road there, I had to drive in the most sketchy road. Like the biggest problem right with my car is that the headlights. My coworker said that the headlights are a little askew, so they're not pointing straight. They're pointing down a little, and I can't see. I think I talked about this before. I can't see like 5 meters in front of me, and so I'm driving like 80 because I have the fear of holding people up, but I also have no clue what's in front of me. So I'm driving probably not 80, but 70 kilometers per hour down this like roadworks road. Like there's cones everywhere, like big things, just like big what are those, like orange pole things standing up everywhere, and I had like a lane to just not hit anything. And there was like turns and stuff all over the place. It was like really crappy roads. God, I really take my area for granted. Like every time I exit out of my home area, I'm just so sketched out by all the roads because I don't know. I'm so used to driving on proper roads and not whatever the hell that was last night. And yeah, so it was just super nerve-wracking. But amazing stuff. I haven't crashed a single time or caused a traffic accident. I did go in front of a few cars that probably was a bit faster than me, and they had to slow down a bit, which I'm just thankful that the drivers around me have at least a bit more sense than I do, because if there were the fabled drivers that aren't doing aren't what do they say, that if you're being completely safe, others might not be. I haven't really encountered many of them people, well, that could have caused an accident for me yet, so I'm quite thankful for that, but still a bit rubbish for my driving, because I don't know, I'm bad at driving. There you go. Is this it? I think, oh no, I'll have to draw all the limbs on the other side for a lot of frames actually. Is that 4 frames? 4 for the forelegs and 1 for... Oh my god. Do I bother? Do I have anything else to say? Today was absolutely awful. Like, just from the morning, woke up at like 10. Just now is like 5. I'm gonna have a drink first. My throat is a bit dying. Oh no, I'm running out of water. As a statement to how much I'm drinking today. I don't wanna have to suffer through a week of having to go to work whilst being sick. Just feels a bit, oh no, the last drops of water. This is not going to end well. Yeah, so for the entirety of the morning and noon of today, I've been watching YouTube. I don't know why. Well, I guess I should be thankful that I was actually watching YouTube and not just like looking through videos trying to decide what to watch, because that has been happening for the past few weeks. I guess today was the first time I was actually looking at recommendations, and it was recommending me some stuff I could actually watch. Well, no, okay. I was doing a bit of music. I was doing a bit of synthesizing, but and also trying to come up with a nice melody and stuff. But music doesn't feel like progress to me. It just feels like playing, just like, oh, I'm just doing a little bit of music in here. It doesn't really make any progress. And like overall, I don't think music's gonna make any progress. Just generally for me anyway, like for my life, because music is a very luck-based sort of media. You don't really get to have skill. You don't get to have skill. Having skill doesn't mean you get to have an audience in music, and I have neither. So it's not. I'm doing this out of my own interest. I'll just say, but I'll get to that later as well. But yeah, today I was just watching YouTube videos until now. I literally haven't done a single thing, and that's what I'm saying. Like I've just been not really that. I don't know. I'll just draw some lines, I guess. But which way does it go? I think if I draw it close to the leg behind it, should be fine. I don't think anything bad's gonna happen. And I mean, I'll tweak it if it needs to be tweaked, but I just don't really know what I'm doing, I'm gonna be honest. So if I do that, God, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't. My sketches are just. It's literally. This is my sketch. Amazing, and this is part of the sketch. I just did the head really precisely and didn't care about the rest of the stuff. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing. All right, art is just a mystery to me. I don't know why I chose to come down this career path. But yeah, I was watching Mogul Money by Ludwig. I don't even watch I don't I don't know the Twitch personalities, but that's honestly like one of the funniest things I've seen in a while, I think. Like, it was actual entertainment on YouTube. I haven't had that for ages. I've just been listening to stuff, and just how boring it's been on YouTube. That I've just not been able to find much to watch. So that's what I was on about. That I was actually able to watch something on YouTube for once, and not just scrolling through the recommendations, going like, oh, I can't watch that. That's gonna be boring. But yeah, honestly, it's still a problem at the moment. Like I don't even know what I'd listen to for the majority of the time. Because I've run out of things. I've run out of entertainment on YouTube, and well, even with the mogul money, even with like stuff that I can watch on YouTube, that's not very helpful because I can't listen to them. Well, I probably could, but I just didn't because I liked watching it. But like, I don't know. Today was just really pointless because I just didn't feel like doing anything. So all I feel like doing is music these days because music is actually being a little bit fun, and I'm like coming up with ideas and not ideas, but sort of learning up on the stuff. And yeah, I guess that's my cue to properly talk about it now. I don't know. I just suddenly I got an urge to start learning music again on Wednesday or Thursday or something. And oh, I think it was after. Yeah, I think it was this links back in with everything I've talked about after my my awkward night with friends. I was just wishing to have something to be able to share with them. Like, oh, I've been up to this. I've actually been doing stuff, and not still not sharing my animation stuff. Um, and being able to share music because that's like something I could talk about. But yeah, I felt so awkward that night it just propelled me to want to get into music. So the next day I started learning. I got a synthesizer that night and started synthesizing stuff and learning all the what's it called, the oh, one sec. So yeah, spend some time getting to know the terms and definitions of these stuff on synthesizers, and yeah, I made a fair bit of progress, a lot more than I have before. So synthesizers, I'm still a bit confused. They're for sound design, aren't they? They're for like you make a sound and make it nice and stuff. I know. Well, can't you sound design anything though? Like it's not just you hop on a synthesizer and make a synth that sounds cool. You like can't you like sound design like say a guitar or something? I don't really understand it, to be honest. I don't know what I'm doing on there. I'm still confused as to what synthesizers are for because I don't know. It just feels like it's a quite a specific part of music production that it's like what do I use it for? Is it just the synth parts? Because synth is just an instrument. What if you want to make a song out of piano? Like, do you use a synthesizer then? I don't really know. Probably not, if I'm to be honest. But yeah. So I've just been I got what app is it? I wonder if it's open here. This one right here, Synth One, is like I guess the most rated synthesizer on mobile. I have tried my luck at searching for Ableton and Fruity Loops. Apparently the Fruity Loops on mobile is trash. And what's the other one? What was that called? The Serum on a PC. But no, none of those are here. I have to work with what I've got. All I've got is fair enough. I think I've been able to make some fine sounds with it. Sounds a bit fine, you'd think. So that's really just what I've done with most of the music stuff this week. I haven't really been doing that much. Like only today have I started making a proper melody and stuff to try to. I don't know. Today I just got a bit inspired to make a sort of a part of a song, and it's not gone too well. If I'm to be honest, it's a bit rubbish, but it's a start, and I'm pretty happy with where it's going. I have it in the back of my mind that I just really want to, well, not in the back of my mind, I just really have a hope to create like a really nice first song, even though it's never going to happen, and it wouldn't matter because, I don't know, it just doesn't matter because I'm not a musical prodigy. I don't know music, I guess. I just don't know how I'm supposed to do a lot of this stuff, especially in EDM. I literally have no clue what any of the stuff used is or means or any of that stuff. So I'm I'm just trying to get accustomed to it right now, and that hope of coming up with something cool. It's just the fact that I'm gonna have to listen to what I make, and I guess critique it. I don't know. It feels like I'm gonna make something really just because I can tell. I know that if I'm making something, it's not gonna sound good, and I'm just scared that, yeah. Well, I don't know why I'm scared anymore because I know, but I'm just procrastinating on doing that because I know that it's not going to be good, and I'm going to cringe at how bad my music sounds. So I don't know. And also, I'm also sort of wary. Like I don't really understand. Like I sort of bash producers for not doing this, but like I wouldn't understand how to, like, making music from the soul. I don't know if I just don't think that's a goal of EDM, to be honest. EDM's just a tune. You just make a tune to dance to, I guess, whatever. But I with some you can really hear the music from the soul, and those are really nice. You can really sort of connect with it and and feel what the producer's feeling and stuff. But I don't know how to do that. I'm like pressing keys and stuff, but I'm not feeling anything. I'm not going like, oh, this key, it's giving me anxiety. It's making me feel depressed. But like I don't know how. And also I'm really struggling with scales and stuff. Like whenever I'm playing piano keys, I'm always like pressing just random notes and stuff and not making chords, and that really sounds rubbish. I know that's not meant to it's not like a big thing, but like I just really want to get accustomed to the keys and stuff, to the scales and stuff, like just each individual scale, not every single scale probably, but just some scales I want to at least like nail down, and I could like given us be given just a random what's it, chord, and just press it down immediately. Go like and impress everybody that I know the chord. Well, mainly myself because it's not really impressive just to know chords. But yeah, just that's sort of my goal at the moment. I'm not sure how to work towards it. I've been like just pressing random keys and identifying them like it's gonna help me. It most likely isn't. But yeah, it's just I don't know, like music seems impossible for me right now. I honestly, some things like I look at like art. I look at animation. I look at good animation, and I think, I'm gonna make it there one day. It can't be that hard of a journey. I look at music and I'm going like, what on earth is any of this? I can't understand. And it's just, I don't know. I just thought it'd be a lot easier. I know that's always just me. Like, oh, so easy. I can do this. I can do this so easily. But like, I don't know. It just feels weird that my my uh my I guess barrier to producing music. Well, I guess it's not really the software, is it? No. Um, but it would be bad if I do learn the software and still like am unable to produce music that I want, because it just feels a bit weird, doesn't it? Like, oh, you want to produce really great music, but the software limits you. Like, I don't know if that's how it is at the moment, because I'm hearing a lot of songs that aren't exactly like it just feels like I hear great songs, but a lot of songs are, I guess the great songs are the a proof that you can make stuff using software and express fine. But I guess, I don't know, just hearing a lot of like stuff that could be great but not like sounding, just, I don't know, just doesn't sound that good. It just feels like, oh well, what if it's like just the limitations of music that I can't overcome. It's just software that's making music not sound as good as it should. Who knows? It's probably not the case, but for me it is, because I don't understand the software yet. But yeah, I'm gonna try next week. I don't know if I'm gonna return back to art for a while, because I really do need to get some stuff done, because it's been stagnant for way too long, and I want to put something out, want to properly yeah, get that old girl up again. Start. I don't know. So yeah, but next week might just be a art week. Might finish this flying animation. Just casually says that. Just doing music has got me accustomed to, I don't know, not using a lot of time, and I just suddenly think I can draw animation in less than a week. That's just very naive of me. But yeah, I'll probably work on. I don't know though. I do want to, like, maybe I'll work on it side by side. Music is a good sort of break from doing all this stuff that's like being a bit, I guess, monotone. It's just yeah, a little rubbishy to be doing this for the past God knows how long. Even though I haven't even made that much progress. Also, I realized that I'm never doing something for anyone ever again. I'm never drawing anything ever again. Not not really, no. Never drawing anything for anyone ever again, because I can't keep just using up my time to make other people's stuff. Like, oh, I'm so nice. I can draw people things. I don't know, but I just end up wasting months upon months. I've already wasted half a year on drawing people stuff. I might waste another month, who knows. But after that's done, no more, never again. Like it just doesn't feel worth it at all, and not even making the progress I want. Not really, yeah, getting anything done by doing that. So, never again. Um, I'm going into my selfish arc. I can't be asked, man. It's so uh just time consuming, and in the end not worth it. So God, I'm just mad at myself for doing that, but I guess it was inevitable if I hadn't tried it. So now that I have, I know it's rubbish and never do it again. So yeah, but saying that, like, I don't even know what to do next for my own art as well. Like I said, after this, I just don't know what to draw. I might do a short film, to be honest. Or no. Get your backgrounds like in check, please. Please do some studies of background and nature and stuff, because you're still drawing stupid trees like they're, I don't know, like they're some sort of fondant on a cake. My trees are still just abysmal, just their quality. Honestly, I might give in to brushes. I don't want to, but I very much am concerned for my wellness of drawing backgrounds. I don't know. It haven't proved to be very productive. So, who knows? I'll give it my last go. My last go. No, I'll give it a real good go after I finish this animation, and hopefully I can finally nail it down, because it doesn't seem hard, right? I see artists out here, they're all just making their backgrounds like willy nilly, like, okay, they're just gonna draw a background now, and they do it, and then it's like, it's such a nice background, and I can't do that at all. I try to make a background and I make a fondant tree. So just embarrassing. I know. And so now I'm going to fix that by yeah, practicing it. But I have practiced it. I just don't. I need a tutorial. Give me a proper tutorial. I think literally I'm gonna watch Bob Ross to just actually learn it the proper way. Honestly, like, I don't know. It's just, I always self teach, but that's not really getting me anywhere from with doing backgrounds. So gonna need a bit of guidance for this one. Which, I don't know, probably shouldn't be that ashamed of. It's just a natural learning curve. So what you're gonna do, right? But yeah, animation though. What, like, I suppose film would be the next step. I don't know, like, Maybe, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Should I start doing animation memes? There's really not a good bridge between like doing stupid little animations and like flat out drawing a film. I don't know, like I'm talking about it like a simple task. I'm probably not gonna put like an amazing amount of effort into it. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like one of those animatics that's hardly going to be fleshed out, and it's just gonna be like a small like a story. I don't know. I don't really have any stories that I want to tell at the moment like that much. So it's not really that like it's not really a big thing that I want to do. But it's just and the next step, you know, you learn animation, you learn how to animate like normal stuff. Next step is to probably just try your hand at a film. I don't know. I probably need a bit more exercises before I can do that. You know, I'm saying making a film, and I'm here like undoing my stupid lines over and over again. Still, it's so just embarrassing. I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to improve my pen control and that. It's so just feels a bit rubbish. A bit feels just very hopeless that I'm ever going to get any animation done, like proper animation, with the drawing skill I have now. It's just like I can draw stuff, yeah. It's just gonna take me 1,000 years, and that is not the amount of time you want to be taking to satisfy people online and stuff. I mean, people do that though, don't they? They animate for like 10 years. They animate something for 10 years and then they upload it and they get praise. And it's like, oh, what next? He just animated something for 10 years, so like what's your next project gonna be? I just don't know. I'm definitely going to try to improve my workflow a bit. Like honestly, before I even get to doing any more animation, I need to figure out just the fastest sketching way. I need to fix my sketching because my sketches are abhorrently bad. Like they take long and they don't even say anything about what I'm drawing. So I can't follow them for any like guides or anything. It's so annoying. So hold on. Does this even look I suppose sure, I guess I don't really know. I'll watch the whole thing at the end. I might tweak some stuff. Shouldn't be that hard. You know, I've recorded for an hour by now. Honestly, I reckon. So the world building part, what isn't even gonna. You know what? Let's hop over there. How long has it been? Ooh, we got 10 minutes to world build. Yeah. Do you know? Hold on. It's not even recording. Oh, all too well. We weren't doing anything this week anyway. Just drawing stupid stuff. It's sort of taken a burden off my back that it's not recording, but whatever, man. Yeah. So the whole week, as I was saying, I was putting myself off. You know what's a really good I might as well start recording. I don't know why I do it now, but oh, you know what? It's just gonna go to the photos album, so it'll be fine. Okay, let's sync it up first. Actually, does it really matter? Does it really matter? I don't know if this works. I don't know if you see this. Open, close, down, up. Yeah, I think I should do it. Yeah. So the whole week I've been holding off doing this. And world building is just a super like chill sort of just a chill task. Like you could just do it anytime and you sort of calm down. I probably needed it yesterday to do a bit of world building and like write some stuff down, but I just couldn't. I just sat there being pissed off and saving world building for today, even though it was completely unnecessary. Yeah, I'm gonna like solidify some of this stuff that I've been talking about the past few talks, because I haven't updated my proper world building sheet in quite a while, and I've sort of I've made a definitive magic system finally, and yeah, I'm gonna write it down now and try to recap on just what everything I've done is. So after we do that, I might even brainstorm some history ideas, but I've been trying to do that throughout the week, and not really coming up with any good ideas still. So yeah, it might not work out too well. But right, well, let's recap. We have the main magic stuff here, I guess. Energy, just name it element. Energy was such a forced rewording. I don't, and it comes naturally. All right, this magic is this element, and this dragon is this element. It's not. We're not going to use energy at all, and it's confusing as well. Breath works. Breath works as energy because it's just it makes sense, but not energy as element. It's so dumb. But okay. Soul. So it's gonna this is the part of the video where I read a lot and not really talk about a lot of stuff. So I guess you can go. But I'm sort of interested in world building, so I stay for this stuff sometimes. And as always, this is made for me. So just bear with me. Soul. So soul, what was this and what is it now? The soul was an individual spirit comprised of concentrated breath. That's still the same. It inhabits every living thing. That's right. It itself is not conscious. What does that even mean? I don't know why I guess it just allows for consciousness, because that's just what it is. It is what allows for consciousness. Yeah. Because without a soul, is that what I did with it though? That was what it was before, I think. Because now the soul just now energy is now breath is like the proper life force. So, and the soul produces it and stores it, because that's the change I made last time that fixes everything. So it's not what allows for consciousness, but it is what produces the life force. It is how can I word this though? I kind of want to make this sheet a bit formal, even though I'm the only one seeing it. It's a bit useless. Did I drink all the water? No, I didn't. It's my last bit of water. It's fine. I'll hold through the rest of this. So the soul produces breath. It is it is the life force of living beings. I feel like I've heard that somewhere, but I guess it describes what I'm trying to say. So whatever, life force of all living beings. Is it though? Because I also mentioned in one of the past talks, do plants have souls? What's the logistics behind that? Are plants just living now? I don't know though. But that's really that's really vague, isn't it? Do bacteria have souls? Or just vertebrae? I don't know. I feel the thing that souls allows for sentience makes sense, I guess, but it's a bit limiting, isn't it? Especially the breath is throughout the entire world. You'd think everything has it. So souls can be loose. Souls can be a loose term. So I guess whatever. Plants can have souls. Who cares? I won't stop them. Beings, because I'm a being. Because I'm upper class like that. Life force isn't a real word, of course not. But right, so it's a spirit, heavily concentrated breath. Why is it heavily? Because there's no other way. You're not going to get just an arrangement of breath and call it a soul. It can't really work. Habits every living thing. It is a life force of all living beings. A soul develops when its host materializes. Its host. I don't like calling it that anymore. Vessel. I was right the first time. Soul develops. How does it develop though? So it bunches together, I guess. Although that doesn't really. So how does it become? How did what was that? How did it came to be first of all? I guess how did evolution play a part in it? I don't know. It's magic. It's just a wizard made it happen, opposed to a wizard did it. Because how did the first life get a soul? I don't know. It's magic. But after that, every single life force, every single living thing, when it gets birthed, uh it gets its soul made with by its parents. So, well, by its mother, I guess. So, how would I describe that here? A soul is materializes along with its vessel, along with its uh what? But no, don't describe it as two different separate beings. A soul is the creature. So, a soul materializes materializes along with its with its creature. No, mate. Speaking whilst typing is not a good idea. Uh, it dissolves when the creature decomposes. When the creature is that a good word, or is it like with its living being? No, I guess creature's fine. A soul in a stone can still exist long after its creature's death. Look, I even used it here. I don't know why I spoke like that before. It will retain its memory and personality if entered into a new creature. I guess yeah, that's about right. I don't know what else I've added to it. Um, like it's a bit hard to give definitions of everything because there's gonna be a lot of crisscrossing. I don't know where to mention that a soul produces breath, because like if I say it under the soul definition, a soul produces breath, and I say under the breath definition that it is produced by the soul, it just feels a bit stupid. It feels a bit wordy. I don't know. I guess breath will be the next definition. Um, oh, hold on. So, okay, right. This is a bit of world building that I haven't quite like focused in. So a soul produces breath, but breath is also just natural. It's just a natural sort of thing in the world. And so why is it like what does the soul have to do with it? I don't really understand that. So, but I mean, we're not gonna have different energies, like a natural energy and a creature energy. I don't know. It'll be a bit messy. So, yeah, it could be the same thing. Whatever. A soul produces it. Who cares? It is also produce. Oh my god, I haven't typed in so long. uh, the soul. Oh my god, yeah. This is probably not. I mean, it's always been like this. The world building in a document videos. It also produced by the soul, and wait, hold on. So it only produces it with a soul stone, doesn't it? A soul stone is like, because that's the only thing I can sort of store it. I suppose. Well, no, because in a creature without a soul stone, they can also, like, it just produces breath and circulates around the body, because breath is what keeps things alive, I suppose. So yeah, it doesn't, but and can be stored uh, in a soul stone, uh, and dispelled as well. Um, I guess so. Like, I guess all the creatures that have a soul stone will evolve to be able to dispel it as well, because what's the point of storing it, I guess, like, for hibernations and stuff, like, if you're like sort of, if there's like a really rubbish season that you don't want to like stay through, you could just like sit there. I guess. I don't know though. Like, is breath like, do anything need to eat anymore? Do things need to eat anymore? Oh, I suppose like when you eat, it like feeds the soul. I don't know how that works though. Like what? Because that's not. That's like that's the threshold between uh, science and magic. It's a bit of a weird one. Like you eat and then suddenly the food chemically turns into magic, and then that magic fuels you. It doesn't. Yeah. That's a bit a little iffy, but I suppose that's the only way I could sort of make it work. Otherwise, it's like, okay, so they just eat for fun now, and like all they need to do is like, what? How do souls produce breath? Isn't it that I made it like what normally produces energy produces breath? Yeah, that's how it works, isn't it? Like you eat stuff and it turns into glucose or something, and then that's the glucose is, I guess, breath in the real world. So yeah, I suppose that's how it goes. And then so once you've ate, it doesn't matter what you've eaten or anything, because, well, I don't know. Once you've ate, the food becomes irrelevant, I guess. It's just the breath that fuels you. So yeah, I suppose that could work. That's fine. Yeah. It is also produced by the soul when how do you re-energize though? When re-energized, I guess. Is that how you would describe it? I'm making no sense. So how would I say when the soul gets fueled, it will produce breath? I don't know. I'll just say that, I guess, and I can change it later. When a soul is fueled, is that not how you spell fueled? What? Is that not a real word? No. What? It just doesn't. Oh, it's double L. Oh my God. My just watching Mogul Money has really just made me very very self-conscious of my knowledge, and this is not a good proof of that as well. But when a soul is fueled, it can. Oh wait, no, this goes into the soul soul definition, doesn't it? It's not this probably shouldn't be defined here. I don't know why I'm copying this. I can just write it down or whatever. It produces breath that sustains the creature. The sustenance. Yeah, there we go. So that's how the biology works. Now breath. How can I define breath now? Is produced by the soul. Yeah, I don't have to talk about that here. So, by the soul, and can be stored in a soul stone. There we are. Finally getting the soul there untangled. Okay. It can also be dispelled. Sure. It can also be dispelled from. It could also be dispelled via. I don't even know what via means. Via. What did I call those things again? Discharge points. Sounds a bit disgusting, to be honest. I don't like that. But it's all we have here. It's all we have to work with. So what I guess pores, like would it equate to like pores on the skin? I don't know. It's not really like that. Like sweat glands. Like it feels a bit like sweat glands. The discharging points. But yeah, whatever. We could just say that here, because it's gonna be a thing. I don't really have a good word for it yet. Discharging points. Oh my God, you try to talk and type. This is just awful. Okay. Elements, forms of breath, natural energy that take form of primal, tidal, colossal, mistral. Are we still having fire? I still don't know what to do with it, but I guess so. Tidal. I was gonna change that name, but I guess it's saying colossal, mistral, torrential, ethereal, and fractal. Fractal is A terrible name. I don't know. I don't have a replacement for it though. I've looked through all 1 billion words that end in all, and and I haven't been able to find a single one that describes ice. I'm very disappointed. Perpetual energy. Oh no, that's not how we're calling it now. Is it creational? The creational sounds a bit stupid, like very on the nose, but it's all we have right now. Creational energy takes the form of eternal, umbral, and in living environment, spiritual. These special energy are hardly found in the existing plane. Fair enough, whatever. Now, the Soul Stone is the last stone that Thanos had to get. I don't actually know if it was, but, but it's a catchy name, so I'm keeping it. Okay, it's staying. And it stores the soul, so like who cares? A dense mineral. Is it always going to be a mineral? I suppose so. That forms in creatures that consume any amount of minerals. Any amount really? I suppose whatever. Once formed, the creature's soul migrates inside of the stone. This is a very long one that I don't even remember. And produces breath that can be stored. It's okay. That's a pretty shorthand way of describing it. That's pretty good. It sits inside the chest alongside the heart, like some anatomic knowledge. Pretty useless. It can also hold different energy to that of its creature's soul. That's pretty that's staying. Dragons accomplish this by absorbing the breath in the blood of another being. Yes, that makes sense. Like, hold on a second. So it doesn't even have to be another dragon. It can just be anything. Like, you can like sap the sap out of a tree, and there would be energy inside the sap that you can use for yourself. Now that's a little ooh. Well, I mean, it's also just like you have to like connect it with your own blood. So, hold on. But with that, well, I guess energy is just like it just travels between stuff. Doesn't matter if it's like what it's in. It's just in blood, well, in the circulatory system of anything. So yeah, whatever. So absorbing the breath in the blood, it can be used but not replenished. Okay, that's still that. If a creature's body cannot accommodate a different energy, it can be harmed by. Okay, I don't think any of that is out of line. And what I was going to add to the element was elements of creatures are assigned by their birth moms. I'm not even American. Mother. By their birth mother. Why isn't it like any other type of mother? I don't know. How many types of mothers are there? By their birth mother, as it is their breath that is used to create the newborn creature's soul. There we are. Creatures. There we are. So yeah, that's I guess the only thing that I haven't added. Where was I? It doesn't really matter, does it? So what else was I? So what? Oh yeah, the limitations of. So I guess magic casting. Should we call it casting? Okay, casting's the one thing that I might have to change. Might have to reword properly because I don't like magic dispelling. Something like getting it out of your system, like diarrhea, like I've been experiencing, but the opposite. Yeah, magic. We'll call it casting. So far, casting so far. As of now, I'll make that a subtitle. Magic casting. Do we have a... No, we don't have a colon, a semicolon. Not a semicolon. Hold on. What are the sizes of these? I feel... this is awful. My page stuff is very... Oh, it is 11. Okay. So, what is with magic casting? Creatures that have... yeah, I suppose... creatures that have stored magic can cast it because every other creature uses the magic to just run their own bodies, so they can't really like spare anything to cast. So creatures with a soul stone or storage. I mean, there's really not nowhere else you could store it. Soul stone, with a soul stone, with a storage, or with a soul stone, whatever. It's just nuances. It's just stupid. Okay, with a soul stone, have the ability to cast. Oh, hold on. It's just breath, isn't it? Breath casting. Oh no, we can do it. We can name it after something like breathing, like deep breaths or something. Deep breaths. Use your deep breaths. Oh my god. I don't know. We call it breath casting. So far, ability to cast stored breath. Stored breath, I suppose. That would be how it would go. Have the ability to cast stored breath. Yeah, I guess that's just full stop. Okay. Breath. However, breath can only be cast in its specific in their specific environments. I suppose, yeah. This is definitely something that should have been done just whilst I was like on a break at work or something. Not right now. So stupid. However, a however, breath can only be cast in its specific environment. Oh, of course I get it wrong. Environment. A creature's ability to cast breath. I feel like that's not a very big concern for a lot of creatures, because like they're just using breath as a sort of survival thing. Oh dear. that's a reminder of my Java video that I'm yet to edit. That's well, if that ever does come out, you'll hear a part of that. My fire alarm. It's so sensitive, honestly. Honestly, it's like the fire alarm who cried because if there was ever a real fire, like nothing. Well, I mean, we go there to shut it off, so I guess we will be notified, and it is doing its job. So thank you very much. But yeah. So normal creatures, they don't even have like an ability. Well, it's not like an ability. Like for, I guess, regular non-civil creatures, unlike dragons, they just use it as a means to survive. Like, say, I've always had this idea, alright, so flamingos, they live around salty places, don't they? And salt is sort of like a mineral, isn't it, right? You can have a salty soul stone. Yeah, so I think that's what I would have flamingos as. The mythical dragons and the mythical flamingo. But I'm not coming up with new animals for my world, alright? That sounds like a whole lot of work and a lot of things that I'm just not very interested in. So flamingos they have a soul stone. They're one of the creatures that live in an environment that allows them to have a soul stone, and so they can cast breath. And also being living in like a sort of hot area, I feel that it's only right that flamingos sort of have the element of fire mostly. And so what flamingos might be able to do, flamingos, the collective, they could, for survival, I don't know, they don't really need, like, flamingos regularly don't need to survive, don't they? They live in, like, an uninhabitable habitat. They don't have any predators. Why do they need to cast breath? But, like, my point is, they don't really have, like, they just have, like, a sort of default setting. They're not, like, coming out coming up with different ways to cast breath. They're not like some flamingos might like figure out better ways to cast breath or something, and like make a cool sort of way to defend themselves, like I don't know, but like, and that might get picked up through evolution, who knows. But they're not really using it as like as creatively as, I guess, sentient beings. I don't know. I also had the idea that all beings are sentient and they all have the ability to talk. And that would be a bit of an issue, because I'd have to flesh out every single animal in the entire world, and that would be a bit difficult. So I don't know though, because the struggle of speech, the issue of speech, I was pondering yesterday. Like, how do dragons even get their speech? All right, I am I'm very iffy with why we're using the language, why we're using English, not like any other language, but like, why are they speaking? Why are they able to speak? I know, like, it's just a cartoon, like, who cares? It's like so trivial. It's like not even like worth my time to like figure out, but I would like an explanation, and I sort of have one, but it's just like it ruins a lot of things, right? So I think most of where Dragon's civilization comes from is when the creational elements hop by, and they're just, because they have the creational elements. I'm just gonna call it that because special feels a bit just dumb right now. They are able to make, like, they were able to become really like advanced in their own world, but of course they have to leave it for whatever reason, and now they're here and they can teach these dragons to be civil. So yeah, like, I guess yeah, that makes a moderate amount of sense, because like the creational elements, them dragons, they're like Eastern dragons, and Eastern dragons are known for being like intelligent, I guess. I don't really know. So they can teach these Western brutes all about their culture and stuff and how to speak and stuff, but that would require like a bit of a shift. I guess it could work because they come over to this new planet and start like teaching these dragons and stuff about different things, and then the dragons would start like figuring out how to take energy and souls and stuff, and then that could start the whole arc, because I want the arc to be a story, and it can't be a story without speaking. I can't just have a story of the dragons going like and then they're not cavemen, but like, I want speech to be able to tell a story. I can't have them like before they learn anything or anything. I can't have them sounding like cavemen either, like monkey see, monkey do, or something. And it's just like, it wouldn't be very flattering, I can't take that seriously. So they're gonna have to be very well educated by then, by when the sort of story arc starts. So I guess I have to just sort of make a reason. I mean, like, there's some really set stuff that is once again very trivial, like, oh, I have to have it like as soon as the special elements, calling them special again. I might just do that. As soon as they come over, the arc starts, and that could happen, sure, but that's something I came up with ages ago that I just haven't like thought about changing. Like, I could totally just change that and it wouldn't matter, So yeah, I might just think that over a bit, and it wouldn't really matter what I do with the history, because of course it's not written in stone yet, and also I am pretty much fleshed out most of the magic system, so I can start thinking about how they sort of figure this stuff out and stuff in the world. But yeah, otherwise history is just a mystery. History is a mystery. So what was I up to? Spell casting in a specific environment. Yeah, all that good stuff. Now, yeah, so that, coupled with the fact that they can run out of energy, I think is a good limit at this point. Because before my only limit, the cliche limit, as all the world building I don't know, people as all the world builders will inform you about, is very cliche, is having the energy run out. They're like, ooh, I don't have enough energy. And I felt like, yeah, like, that is a bit cheap, but like, I wouldn't use it, Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, they're nearly out of breath, but they can still do something huge because that's what the story needs. Like, I don't think I would do that, but, having it have another limit is good. But is it though? Because once they are in their set environment, like, because like, it's a story. I just don't get that argument of like, oh, you can just make the hero pull something off that they normally wouldn't be able to because there's not that much of a limit. But like that just makes for a rubbish story. But like anyone can make a rubbish story. I just don't get it. It's I don't know. I think like before it was fine, like having the breath be able to run out, like oh whatever. It's cliche, but it's fine. And this limit, this new limit, the environmental limit, is just a extension of something that makes it a little more interesting. But I don't think it's gonna matter a lot in the story because like I don't know, like I just don't think there's like weather patterns or stuff that you can like really uh make into like symbolism or anything. It just doesn't feel like a lot of payoff. It's just random. It feels kind of random, to be honest. Like oh you can use it now but now you can't, but it is dependent on something, so it feels like it's a good limit. So I don't know, I might as well have just done it like sometimes you can use your breath, sometimes you can't, who cares? Which is pretty much essentially what we've got here, but it makes a little more sense than that, which I'm happy with. Like once again, I do think it's a good idea. It's just a bit, now that I think about it, not quite like insanely methodical, but it's cool. Who cares? It's methodical. That's what it is. But okay, right. Anything else that I've really sort of figured out with with breath and energy and souls and stuff that I haven't really let us check out Brian's Storm page, because I've written stuff, but I've completely forgotten about him. I love to just come on here and just revise myself on what I've written, just bathe in my smartness. I don't know. Oh yeah. Also, I don't know if I can write it on here because it's not a magic thing. I'll just write a new part of biology, which was this was called, but now it's different. But it's not really like I don't know. I don't have anything definitive to write down about it yet. But I can brainstorm about here. So that passive attributes, like I've written here, passive attributes can be passed between elements. I guess that's what I'll write down. Passive attributes can be applied to any creature despite their element, or what? I guess despite. How do you spell it? Despite their element, because their genes just pass it down, because it's not like a magic thing. It's not, that doesn't have to do with souls or anything. I guess it's what began, I suppose. I mean, like if you have water, if you're a tidal element, you're gonna be spending time around water, therefore evolve to have gills and stuff. But then, like, can dragons crossbreed now is the question, because wouldn't they be like pretty much different species by then? Like if you're gonna live in the mountains, and if you're gonna live in like at the bottom of the ocean, like that's gonna be different, isn't it? Like you can't exactly, I don't know, would crossbreeding like work? Would it be like a proper thing? In some capacity, obviously, it's gonna like there's some relatively similar dragons. I mean, they're all gonna be the same creature, aren't they? They're all dragons. They're just all different like subspecies, I suppose. And so subspecies can breed, can't they? I don't know. I don't know how. I'm not very big into breeding. Quite on it, yeah. But yeah. So if they do somehow find a way to do that, they're their offspring they may inherit passive attributes that aren't really distinct towards an element. Well, that's distinct towards an element, but it's not their main element. So you could have like a fire element that can breathe underwater because their parents were fire and water. Who knows? That sounds like it could work, and I think that's a cool sort of way to mix stuff up without it just being like, oh, so these two elements can have a mixed element, and then you can have fire and water. That's crazy. Oh, I do love how just all this stuff comes together. It's super cool seeing hearing it like all sort of makes sense. Like, okay, so these souls, they can only be made up of one energy. One, I'm still calling it energy. Why? My mind is so messed up from all the stupid rewording. But you can have a soul only with one element, and then that one element, uh, and that element is given to you by your mother, which is what she produces. So like it makes sense like that. It's come together so perfectly. And of course these evolutionary traits, obviously it could be passed between elements. It's just, I don't know, it's very satisfying to me after all this dread and just turmoil. I can finally say that I have a somewhat working magic system and world, but of course I still have to come up with a history and stuff. Although that's not exactly the world, is it? The world, what's the world? It's just Earth, really. It doesn't really have anything crazy about it except for when the dragons touch it and stuff and mess it up their way. So it's just like, yeah, normal landscapes, whatever. So I think honestly, like Earth with a magic system, that's literally just my world. That's cool. I've got a world now. But no, what was I going on about? Oh yeah, I was gonna revise myself on Earth. Oh yeah, this is what I was gonna implement, but it just wouldn't work like at all. So it'll just stay as a sort of reminder that of my boundaries of where I couldn't go. What's capping right now is just the it's really just the creature's energy now. So beyond the weather being in your favor, all you have to do is produce your own energy. Which, I mean, it's a little cheap. It's a little cheap. Like, it's not like, oh, you can redirect the weather. I was so close to coming up with something good with it. Like, you have to just use the kinetic energy of your environment to do something, but it wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. Like, it can only use the water element next to a river, like next to a lake. You can't do it because only a river is flowing. But then, I mean, in small ways, a lake is sort of moving around. So I guess you could use it a little, but not really. All right, and you can use Earth anyway because there's tectonic plate movement. Who cares? You can use light light's always moving as well, I guess. Who cares? These are some really terrible examples, but you can only use ice when there's a storm or snowing because in the storm, isn't that how it works? You can ice particles move around and stuff. I don't know if that would actually be really because it still is a sort of random sort of a bit of a random scenario. Not really. You get to control it a little more than just, oh, you're in the environment now and you can use it. It's a bit more than that, but who knows? Maybe I could still implement the kinetic thing, like the thing that you can only use it when something around you is moving, especially for the stuff that can't create new things, like water. It's probably the only good example I came up with, because I don't like the idea of like, what is it? What's the move in Pokemon? Hydro gun or something. Aqua gun, I don't know. Just spitting water sounds really gross. It doesn't sound like a cool element. So, water can only manipulate water around them, and the problem is like space can basically like do anything, if that's the case, because space can perform telekinesis on anything, and water can only perform telekinesis on water. Like, what good is that? It's a bit rubbish in it. So, I guess they have a bit more of a connection to it. They know what water is. They've studied up on the origins of water. I don't know, but yeah. So who knows? Maybe. Oh, I don't want to come up with more limits and try to work stuff out because I've got a perfectly fine working magic system here. I just want to make it a bit less random. So okay, all I need to do is work out a good sort of way to manipulate the weather with the magic, because I can do whatever I want. I can use magic to manipulate weather. all I need to do is allow for that. I mean, it's not just the weather; it's environments entirely. Like if you're not near, once again with the water, it's the only element that's well built, really. So if you're not near any water source, you can't use your element. So I guess you have to find a water source that's control, you know. And if you're using earth and you're in the air, you can't use earth because you don't have connection to it. I guess it's not in your environment, in your immediate environment anyway. So I suppose it works, but it might need fleshing out. Who knows? Or it could just be perfect the way it is. So it'll be fine. Whatever. Anything else that I've really want to put onto the stuff? No, not really. There's just a lot of stuff that I want to note down and make sure I don't forget about them, and I have. So yeah, that's honestly it. I basically just recapped everything I've built for the past few videos. This was going to be a world building video. My God. Well, I hope you enjoyed this world building video. Very insightful. Could have just. I mean, it's a good summary of everything that's happened since for the past 5 episodes, but not having to sit through 5 hours of content. Content, I say, of me talking. Yeah. So I don't know. Anything else I'd like to add? Because I'm sure I've left something out. Yeah, I definitely did, but I can't think of it right now. So just we'll leave it here. See you next week, I suppose.